Hello everybody, welcome to another video here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my new Infiniti M37x. Before I got this car, I didn't even know it existed. I heard about the G37, G37x, the sedan, the coupes, but I never saw these models. And pretty much what this M37 is the same car essentially as far as the engine, the powertrain. It's a 3.7 liter V6. But it's a little bit more luxurious, and so it's a beautiful car. I got this car for a steal. It had a blown engine, or I guess an engine with rod knock. So he had it listed for $3,000 on Marketplace, and I was able to talk to him. He was really responsive, really cool guy. He lived about 3 hours away, and I was able to go ahead and negotiate with him a little bit on the price, being that I needed a new motor. But everything from the exterior, interior looked beautiful, in really good condition, just needed a quick clean. So I was able to talk him down. With any car deal, you never know what could go wrong and how much money you're actually going to be putting into a car. So thus far, we were able to go ahead and pick up the engine, which was really close, at a wrecking yard not too far from where I'm located. I was able to get it installed the day after. That's the quickest turnaround time I've ever had. But I was able to go ahead and do that. So now it has a brand new engine. It has a little bit more mileage than initially had on the odometer. So this car had 171,000 miles and the engine had 178. So super close in mileage, but the engine sounds great, feels great. Was able to test drive it, and everything works as it should. So we kind of washed it briefly on the outside, and the inside had a quick little detail. So we'll go ahead and show you around. Has a keyless entry. You can lock and unlock, open the door. Super luxurious. Has a Bose sound system, has navigation, has all the options. Go ahead and go wide angle, that way you guys can see everything. Super plush leather in really good condition. Has a lot of options, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, plenty of power. Just a super clean ride. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on right here. Push button start. Starts right up. Has good tires. The guy said it had a brand new battery. As you can see, kind of zoom in. Has 171 on the odometer, but the actual engine has 178. The tire pressure sensor, little light is on, but it's fully working. I think it's just a faulty sensor. But other than that, all the engine codes are gone. We had a few things with a sensor that was unplugged in the engine bay. We plugged it in, it solved the code. And then we also had something, I think it was called the MAF sensor. So we took off the MAF sensors and we cleaned them with some MAF sensor cleaner, I guess you could say. And yeah, the codes went away, so it looks pretty good. But it sounds amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and just the shock struts, or the hood struts. Super easy installation, probably the easiest thing that you could replace. It does make a difference though, because whenever you want to open the hood, they do a lot of work in supporting that hood. Another thing that I went ahead and bought online was some bulbs for the headlights, because one of them was out, so I just bought a pair. So I'm currently installing them. Over here, I just took out the old bulb. If you can see, I have a light in there, and this is what it looks like. I want to say this is the one that went out, but so I got the replacement. I'm gonna go ahead and plop it in, and then we're gonna go ahead and see how it looks. So here are the new bulbs. They're the D2S 6000K, so they're like a white, should be a white color. So ordered them on eBay. It came out to about 15 bucks, I believe, but they came in these little cases to protect the bulb. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on and see if they work and how they work, and yeah. We're waxing the car.
Wax on, wax off.
Or waxing it or polishing it? It's more like polishing, no?
Well, it's compound. So
but it's a lot
whatever.
But
it's not quite wax. It's more like it gets all the grimy stuff on the surface, like the orange peel. Not the orange peel. The oxidation, I guess.
It takes like scratches out and stuff like that, but
yeah, it's actually coming out really nice.
It takes a lot of work.
You gotta put some muscle into it.
Yeah, it does makes a big difference.
I mean, it's already looking like $1 million, man.
Yeah.
$1 million bucks.
Way better than it looked before. So this is the complete car. I already have it listed on Facebook Marketplace. I put it for $8,500. It is a clean title. It's in good condition inside and out. The exterior and interior look very good. You know, they're not perfect. They have their flaws, like the paint isn't all perfect. And black's also kind of a hard color to clean / take care of, as well as the interior is in pretty good condition, I'd say, overall, compared to other cars, I think, especially from 2011. So overall, it's a nice car. We cleaned the inside, the outside, gave it a good polish all over. It exposed a little bit of the paint and everything like that, and what it looks like underneath. But overall, it's a super nice car. It drives amazing. The motor is in there. The bulbs that I replaced are already installed. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how those bulbs looked. So if I go right here, take a look at the bulb. So that's the one that I replaced that went out. But obviously I replaced both of them so they match the same color and everything. So I have it listed for $8,500. I want to get at least, you know, $7,500 because it's super nice. It has all the options. That seat back there actually got straightened out. I don't know if you know, in the other clip it was kind of crinkled because the back seat has a bar that supports the very top of it, and it was bent because they were trying to install a subwoofer cord or whatever, and they really pulled on it, yanked on it, and it bent the whole structure. So we had to rebend it, take it out, like pretty much sit on it and bend it back. It doesn't look perfect, but no one's gonna notice. It's a really luxurious car. I really do like it, especially all cleaned up. Here's the angle of the back. I mean, it is worth $7,500. Clean inside and out. Has all the luxury options that you could want and need. And right now on Facebook Marketplace, it has like 8 saves. I think like 300 and some views. So hopefully someone will come and check it out and like it and want to purchase the car. So after all these weeks on Marketplace, a good 3 to 4 weeks on Marketplace, finally have a buyer. This is also the first person that looked at the car in person, and she really likes it. She's coming with her family. She's gonna purchase it. We agreed on $7,000, which is $1,500 less than I was asking for on Marketplace, but nonetheless, I think it's a great deal and also a great profit. I'm currently driving the car to the location where we're meeting up to go ahead and sell them the car. But this car really just drives like a dream. It handles super well. It's super smooth. The engine that was put in here is a really good one. Haven't had any issues or anything like that. But excited to go ahead and move on to the next project. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see what's next for us in this channel. Hello everybody, welcome to Gabs Garage. Thank you for sticking all the way to the very end of the video. It really does mean a lot to me. We're reaching 500 subscribers, which might not seem like a lot, but it's a big deal to me. And I love editing these videos and putting out this content for anybody and everybody to see that really likes the process of car flipping and likes cars in general. Because I don't just like car flipping to make money. I really do love cars. And most of the time when I'm watching YouTube videos, it's about cars. Whether it's modifications, flipping a car, or restoration videos, I really do love all of it. But this is the portion of the video where I dive deep into what I spent, what kind of profit was made, and how you guys can really do the same. So without any further ado, I'm gonna get into it. I have everything noted here in my handy dandy Flip Files journal. This is a book that I recently released on Amazon, and you guys can go ahead and purchase this book as well. I'll give a little bit more details at the end of this session, but let's get into it. So this car was a 2011 Infiniti M37x. It was a very clean car inside and out. It also had a clean title because the engine was blown, but nothing was reported. Obviously, it wasn't an accident, it wasn't stolen or anything like that. It had 171,000 miles, which is not too low, but it's also not too high, right? It was a car that had good mileage. Those engines are pretty bulletproof, those 3.7 liter Infiniti engines that are used across different platforms in the Infiniti lineup. I purchased this car for $2,300. A steal of a deal. He had it listed for $3,000. When we got there was a few things that we pointed out, and we just shot an offer out there and he accepted it. So we were able to get the car for $2,300. And this was a drive that we had to make probably 3 hours away from where we're located. So it was a little bit of a drive, a little bit of a risk, but we took it anyway. Obviously brought our cash. We were willing to pay $2,500 because the car had been on Marketplace for a little while. I believe a few months actually. So I was surprised that nobody had swooped it up. But now I'm on the prowl on Marketplace for these Infinitis or Infiniti G37, M37, because they really do sell for a lot of money if you're able to flip them, get them for a good price, change an engine or a transmission. Those are the cars that I really have fun doing and don't take so much effort, assuming, right, that you're not doing the labor yourself with changing the engine, which I have a guy that does it for a really good price where I'm located. So I was able to get that car for $2,300. Now, keep in mind the value of this car is $8,500, but I listed it for that price so I can have some wiggle room and they can work me down a little later on. But before we get into that, we'll talk about the different things I had to do before I even had it fixed. So I had to go over there 3 hours away and pick this car up. And this car is all-wheel drive, so I couldn't just use the dolly that we have. I had to go ahead and rent a flatbed trailer. So I rented a flatbed trailer from a guy on Marketplace that was offering it. It was about $100 to do that, exactly $100 cash. And so paid $100. We used about $100 in gas to go and come in our Chevrolet Silverado. I was gonna say F-150, but our Silverado. We went ahead and picked that up all the way 3 hours away. And so after that, I had already scouted an engine, called. They said they had the engine available. This engine that I bought had 178,000 miles. And so it was a little bit more than our car had, but close enough where it was a good purchase and the price was also perfect. These 3.7 liter engines are not that expensive. I think they're rising in price because I checked recently, but it was a super affordable price at $600. Amazing, right? So I was able to buy that engine literally the next day. I had the transmission, I'm lying. I had the engine switched the same day for $520 from the local mechanic that we usually use. And so he did an amazing job, switched out all the fluids that it needed, the oil of course, and had it ready for us within the same day, which is incredible. So we're able to do that. And then it had a few other things that needed to be addressed, like the hood struts. Every time you open the hood, it wouldn't support itself. So I went on eBay, bought some hood struts for $17.60. And so it was an easy installation. You saw in the clip, it was just a tab, you pull it off the little ball bearing thing, not bearing, but the little ball, and then you put the new one on, and then there it is. So we did that. And then one of the headlights was out as well. One of the headlight bulbs was out. It was the HID bulb, the projector headlights, and there's so many that you can buy online or even at the store, and they can cost a fortune. They can cost a lot of money, and I assume the higher the price, the better the quality. Now, for what I paid for, they're not the greatest bulbs. They were kind of a blue hue, but they did the job. They lit up at night. They looked good. For 15 bucks, I can't complain. I installed them myself. They were $15.11. So that's what I paid for that. So everything all in on the table, this car cost me a total of $3,652.71. So pretty much almost $3,700, let's just say $3,650. And I think that's incredible. If I would have kept this car, I would have been happy. It's a super luxurious car. My thing is that it had a steering wheel warmer, and it gets really cold in Washington because we're a little bit higher up in the northwest. And man, in the wintertime, sometimes that's a major plus. But anyways, a great car. I ended up selling this car to a guy for $7,000, which is a little bit less than I initially placed the car for on Marketplace. I placed the car on Marketplace for $8,500, so it was $1,500 less, but I knew that I was still gonna make an amazing profit. So I sold the car for $7,000. It had been sitting on Marketplace for about 3 weeks. So I was ready to get rid of it so I can continue on to the next flip. So I was able to sell it. And then all in all, everything that we made is $3,347.29. So I literally made $3,350 on this Infiniti M37x. And man, I couldn't be more happier. That was the best flip that I've ever had. I'm super happy with the results, to everything we did to it. We didn't put so much energy or effort into this car, and it yielded us a huge profit. When I say us, I mean me and my dad. He's a big part of everything that goes on with the car flipping. He helps me out when it comes to the detail, when it comes out to contacting the right people. He really is the person that got me into car flipping and cars in general. And so I had to give a shout out to my dad, my pops. But I love you, Dad, if you're watching. Anyways, if you guys are interested in buying the Flip Files book that I have here in my hand, you guys are totally able to by clicking the link in my description. It's an amazing book that lets you keep track of all your expenses and see what kind of profit you made on your car flips. There's about 100 pages in here, so quite a bit of different pages. They all have the same car flip sheet that you can use, and you'll be flipping so many cars by the time you run out and you'll need to buy another one. But it's an amazing tool. I put some time in creating this, that way you guys can utilize it. I know a lot of people will just put notes on their phone where they can track everything that they've spent and then how much profit they made. That's usually how I did it. But now, since I've made this book, I've been able to go ahead and track everything on these car flip sheets and put everything in one place. And now I know where this book is at all times, and I'm able to track everything that I need to. If you look here at the book, I'll just show you kind of here in the middle of the book. We have a place to input the year, the make, model, color, mileage, your VIN number, what kind of title you have, if it's rebuilt, if it's clean, the car value, how much money you actually purchased the car for, your asking price, how much you plan to list the car for, a to-do list, all the things that you need to fix on it, and then it has a check box mark on it. That way you can go ahead and check it off as you're completing these tasks. And then your expenses, apart from the car expenses, what you'll do here. So like if you had a transmission or an engine, put the cost. If you had to replace light bulbs, you put the cost. And then you put your total cost right here. And then your selling price, how much you actually sold the car for right there. And then your total profit here at the very bottom. And so I'll give you an example. So for this car, this 2011 Infiniti M37x, this is all the information put onto the sheet. And it really does make your life a lot easier by using this book. So if you want to purchase it, please click the link in the description. It would be a huge help to me and the channel. That way I can keep popping these videos out for you guys. But yeah, without any further ado, I just want to leave you with one more thing, and that's my faith in the Lord. I'm not here where I am today without God and His provision. He's been good. He's been faithful. He's blessed my family. He's blessed every area, every part of my life. And without Him, I am nothing. Without Him, I don't have anything. None of this is possible. And so there's a verse that I want to leave with you guys today, wherever you're watching, at whatever time you're watching. And it's this: but God demonstrates His love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Even though we rejected Him, when we spat on Him, even though we didn't acknowledge Him to be the one true God, He died on the cross for our sins and took our place. And now we have access to God. Before in the Old Testament, before in the old days, we'd have to make sacrifice to animals and do all that sort of thing to make it right with God. But Jesus came as God, 100% God, 100% man. He paid the penalty for our sin, lived a perfect, sinless life, and He was the ultimate sacrifice. And now we are washed by His blood. We are made new. We are made righteous. We are made holy when you just put your trust and believe in Him. And so I want to share that with you. With Jesus, all things are possible. With Jesus, all things are clear. All things are better. All things are whole. And He wants to touch you today. He wants to touch your heart. He wants to turn your heart of stone into a heart of flesh. And so I just want to share that with you today, and the faith that I have, and all that God has done for me. And I just want to give Him all the thanks, all the honor, and all the glory. And I want to share that with you. Hopefully that inspires you. Hopefully God has been working in your heart. And I think this message is not for any reason at all other than to go ahead and bring you closer to God. And again, a huge thank you to everybody who stuck all the way to the end of the video to see this part here now. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. There's many more videos coming. I promise. I'm working on them. I'm editing them, and I want to get them released to you as soon as possible. I'm also doing new projects on a monthly basis, so I'm always recording and creating more content. So stay tuned. Make a comment down below. Tell me what kind of cars you'd like to see next, what kind of cars you'd like to see flipped, what kind of content you'd like to see me make, as well as someone who uploads on YouTube. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.